Legal Aid of North Carolina's Battered Immigrant Project, or BIP, is a statewide nonprofit program. We are not a government program. We provide free immigration law help. We work with immigrants who are survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, and human trafficking. Who can the Battered Immigrant Project help? We serve people who are born outside of the United States and who answer yes about any of the following 5 situations. Situation 1. Has a spouse or partner done any of these things? Hurt the person or children or threatened to do harm? Force the person to do sexual things? Threaten to have the person deported? Stop the person from calling the police? Stop the person from going out of the home? If the answer is yes, the person may have experienced domestic violence. The BIP may be able to help. Situation 2. Has anyone done the following things? The person who did these things or who does these things might be a spouse or a partner or someone who had permission from the spouse or partner. Inappropriate touching. Forced sexual relations. Forced sexual contact of other kinds. If the answer is yes, an individual may have experienced sexual assault. The BIP may be able to help. Situation 3. Has anyone done the following things to someone's child? The person who did these things or who does these things might be a spouse or a partner or someone who had permission from the spouse or partner. Inappropriately touched a child. Force a child to have sexual relations. Force a child to have sexual contact of other kinds. If the answer is yes, the individual may have experienced indirect sexual assault. The BIP may be able to help. Situation 4. Has anyone done the following things? The person who did these things or who does these things might be a spouse or a partner or someone who had permission from the spouse or partner. Force someone to have sex or do sexual things, or trick someone into having sex or doing sexual things for money, shelter, food, or as part of their job. If the answer is yes, the individual may have experienced sex trafficking. The BIP may be able to help. Situation 5. Has anyone done the following things? The person who did these things or who does these things might be a spouse or a partner or someone who had permission from the spouse or partner. It is also possible the person who did these things might have no prior relationship with the person experiencing this situation. Force someone to work, trick someone into working, made the person work in conditions she or he did not agree to. The work could have been at a business, farm, home, or anywhere else. If the answer is yes, the individual may have experienced labor trafficking. The BIP may be able to help. Immigration help. If someone said yes about any of the previous 5 situations, that individual may have the right to get immigration help from the BIP. A person may apply for legal immigration status, that is, for survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, and human trafficking. A person may apply even if she or he has no immigration documents, came to or stayed in the United States without legal permission, has an old deportation order, is now in deportation proceedings, is in detention, is outside the United States. In order to have the right to apply for some of these kinds of immigration help, an individual must help law enforcement and prosecutors. If the individual or his or her child was a crime victim, the individual must help with an active crime investigation or prosecution. Helping law enforcement means to cooperate with the police, to cooperate with the district attorney's office, to help them protect the individual or the individual's child. What does cooperation mean? It means that the person must help the police and the district attorney with their work to protect the crime victim. It also means to keep them up to date with the individual's telephone number, address, and email address. Go on time to appointments. Go on time to court when asked to do that. And to speak at the court hearing if asked to do so to explain what happened to the individual or the individual's child. It is possible to lose important rights if a person asks for immigration help but does not cooperate with law enforcement. It is also possible to lose important rights if the person asks to drop charges against someone who is suspected of doing harm to the individual or the individual's child. A person may lose the right to get some kinds of immigration protections and legal immigrant status. How to apply for free help from the Battered Immigrant Project. Call the toll-free BIP intake line at 1-866-204-7612. Hours are Tuesdays from 3:30 p.m. through 7:30 p.m. and Thursdays from 9 a.m. through 1 p.m. Assistance is available in all languages via bilingual staff members and access to interpreters as needed.